Hey, what is up my friends? So today we are going to be testing out two of the best 2022 laptop cooling docks, the Klim KN01 and Klim KN02. Special shout out to my friend Thomas for sending me these units for testing. Now in this video I'm going to show you which of these models is right for you, how much difference do they make temperature wise, a realistic comparison and use case. We also have a special 10% discount code for a limited time, so make sure you stick to the end of the video. Now for testing the cooling docks, I am going to be using the Legion 5. The reason why I use the Legion 5 is because I can set a locked fan speed. This is necessary to correctly measure the temperature difference the cooling pads make. I can't be using an automatic fan curve as that would mess up the results for obvious reasons. Okay, let's start off with taking a look at the Klim KN01. Now this is what they would call a pressure cooler, or that's at least how I call it. Because the idea is that you place the laptop on it like this and the rubber seals prevent the air from escaping. So the only way the air can escape is being forced through the laptop. Now let's just take a quick look at how it's built. So you have this little display over here which shows you what power setting you're using. We have some RGB here at the front and at the back, which is pretty cool. I like it. Now you could say you don't see the RGB, but when it's a little darker, you can actually see it like shine on the desk, and especially when it's dark, it looks really cool. Now let's take a look at the back side. So we have these are the pads, our heat deflectors, which I will show you on how they work in a second. And we also have a laptop anti-slide. Now you have the feet, so you can adjust the height of it. It's really nice. Now you have an extra USB port in the back here, and that's to, so you don't lose a USB port when you plug in this one. Now, let me show you how the heat deflectors work. So you just pick them up, click them into place like that, and now once your laptop starts blowing out the hot air, it doesn't get sucked in because these back sides, they do tend to suck in hot air. Now, I personally not too worried about that, but if you're worried about that, you could put those things on. Now we also have a little laptop slide stop. So there's like these little jagged edges which you can just press in there, and now your laptop doesn't slide off. Now at the back, we have two dust filters because the fans inside suck in air from this side and they blow it out here. So you get filtered air and you don't get dust inside of your laptop. Now let's just start and listen at the sound settings. So we're currently at 1 and let's just turn it up to 2. Three now. And 4. Now let's do the paper test, see how much it does. I've got a little hammer here, so let's put it on there. It's Thrall's hammer from World of Warcraft. So I hope he doesn't miss it too much. So it's currently on setting 1. Let's turn it up to 2, 3, really starts blowing out air now. And 4, and it's just, there's a lot of air. You can really feel it. It's pretty nice when it's warm. Now let me just show you how it works. So we have the laptop cooler here itself, and we'll put the heat deflectors on there like that. This one. Now it's set to the max sound settings, so you can hear it. But it becomes really muted once you place the laptop on there. So the idea is that you place the laptop on the cooling pad itself and the sound becomes really muted. Now, any hot air that's being exhausted out of the backside is being deflected by the little heat deflector, so it doesn't get sucked back in, which is actually a really cool touch. I really like it. And this is kind of what the backside looks like. So you have an additional USB port, and there you go. You can actually hear and feel there's air being forced through the laptop. It's pretty funny because the laptop is off and it's already doing its thing. It's really nice. Over here we have the KN02. Now it's a 3-fan laptop cooling dock. It's got these nice little laptop stoppers, which is also really nice if you place the laptop on there and you have your hands on there. It doesn't cut into your hands, which is really nice touch. Now, at the back side we also have an extra USB port. We have extra feet, which you can adjust the height of it with rubber tipping, so they don't damage your desk. And we also have something very important, RGB. Let me just turn it on. Little display, which shows you what power setting you're using. And you can select one and select up to 6 levels of power. Now, yeah, that's my power bank, like turning off. So, but it's fantastic. Let's do the paper test. Now we are going to conduct our little paper test again. So let's see how much air blows out. Let me just turn it down to 1. Place my good old sturdy hammer on there. Now we're going to turn it up to 2. Turn it up to 3. 4. And 5. Now you can basically make the little paper levitate as it's hovering across the cooling pad. It blows out a lot of air, but just make sure your bottom panel, if you're buying this one, your bottom panel is aligned with the fans. So here we have our methods of testing, like how most people will use it. Either flat on a desk, back elevated by a dragon skull versus both Klim, KN01 and KN02. So here we are going to take a look at the results. I have looked at it before and let's just elaborate a little. I'm using the Red Dead Redemption benchmark as it's a pretty long benchmark for a gaming benchmark. And it paints a nice picture that the flat on the desk is just a dumb thing to do. The elevated back is a free option. It reduces the temperatures, slightly. But the Klim KN01 and KN02 they do really take the cake. They do make a significant difference when it comes to temperatures. Especially the CPU temperature is important to me because it's generally the CPU on gaming laptops that, overheat or cause problems. And this test, what it doesn't show is like longevity, or when you play like for an extended period of time. Laptops tend to, if you use an automatic fan curve, which most laptops do, they start up spinning really loud. Now, if you use a cooling dock, they don't get as loud. Generally, if you use an automatic fan curve, the temperatures look to be the same, but the laptop has to work less hard to maintain the temperatures. So that's like a trade you're making. But if you just look at the KN01 and KN02, there is a difference, a big difference, honestly. 4 to 5 degrees is a lot of difference for a laptop. Flat on a desk, just no go. Elevated back, it's okay, but if you have a laptop that gets warm, because you're most likely watching this video because your laptop gets warm, you might want to consider getting a cooling dock. KN01 is a little bit more loud. It's for, up to 17-inch laptops. KN02 can support up to 17, but it's more a 15-inch laptop cooling dock. And I think they just did a fantastic job on the cooling. So they stay cooler and they become less loud. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was useful, and there's really nothing out there like this, so I just decided to test these laptop coolers. Now, if you're interested in buying one of these cooling docks, links are in the description. I have links for both US and Europe. A limited time 10% off codes can be found in the description as well. And that's all I have for you today. So once again, thank you so much for watching.
Peace.